And we're back with our daily MLB Best Bets here on Friday, September 26th. There are only 3 more days left in the MLB regular season before, of course, the playoffs start on the final day of September on Tuesday. But there are still opportunities to be had before we close the regular season. Again, 5 best bets for this Friday slate. Back to the traditional 2 money lines, national player prop, and NRFI. And I'll tell you why later. Actually, I'll just say it right now. There's not enough playoff implication games. I know we did all right yesterday with the non-playoff implication games, and honestly, we've done all right with the Nationals and whatnot prior to that. I'm trying to cut out as many, spring training games as possible. I am scarred from Orioles-Rays last morning. Tampa was up by, 3 runs? With bases loaded, no outs in the top of the 8th. And they lost still somehow. I hate you, Kevin Kelly. How are you a major league pitcher? Anyways, I'm trying to pick as many major league games as possible. Well, major league meaningful games as possible. I'm going to contradict myself once, but we'll get to that in a second. Folks, before we get into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more daily MLB Best Bets here on the channel. Also on the channel, we have our NFL predictions and best bets coming out on Saturday. College football best bets out today. Around noon today, we'll have our 10 best bets for college football. Full predictions for the entire Week 5 schedule. It's 4 hours long. It's already posted, and that's linked in the description down below. Greedo plays MMA this week. UFC Perth predictions, PFL Europe, and PFL Mana predictions. Okay, on to the first of 5 best bets today for the MLB. This is the one contradiction, okay? This is the one. I'm taking the Nationals to beat the White Sox. The Nationals, I think, are playing decently, coming off their last victory against the Braves. It's the Nats' last home series of the year, and there is a more than favorable pitching matchup tonight for the Nats. And I do get a chance, potentially for the last time this season, to fire on the Nationals. Is it the last time? Probably. Jake Irvin's scheduled for Saturday, and then probably going to have to go bullpen or debut game on Sunday because that's supposed to be Gore's. Oh, probably Mitchell Parker. No, he just pitched. I don't know who's going to start Sunday. It doesn't matter. This is probably the last time of the season. We'll think about maybe Sunday. This might be the last time you get to hear me say Nationals money line 2025. Okay, I know we've been beating a dead horse for quite a bit this season, but we're going to do it one last time potentially today. Okay, maybe we'll close on Sunday with one. This is a great spot. Cade Cavalli's been really good this season. 4 ERA for Cavalli. If you take away one really bad start against the Yankees, his ERA is in the high 2s. He's pitched well, and he's pitched really well. And he's taken on a White Sox team that have been losers in 10 out their last 11 ball games. Actually, 11 out their last 12 ball games with only 1 win sandwiched in there against the San Diego Padres in Chicago. They have lost 5 straight, losing the back end of that series 2 games in a row to the Padres, and then getting swept in New York against the Yankees, and now here they are. On top of that, Yoendris Gomez is starting today for the Chicago White Sox. 5 ERA on the season. He will give up runs. And it's not like a case with Cavalli where, Cavalli's only to 8 starts. Gomez has been pitching throughout the entire season. Sure, some of that's been out of the bullpen, but his season-long numbers and season-long stats aren't very good. It's a righty going as well for the White Sox. It's a guy that, if I'm not mistaken, the Nationals have never seen. I do not remember Yoendris Gomez ever pitching against the Nationals. I could be wrong there, but I doubt he's ever thrown against the Nats. Excuse me, my goodness. This is a great matchup for the Nationals. We get a plethora of left-handed bats against Gomez. We're talking James Wood, who's somehow on fire. Again, 3 home runs in his last 2 games, 2 home runs in his last outing. Dalen Lyle, obviously still one of the hottest hitters in baseball, and CJ Abrams is always a threat as well. You get those 3 guys. You get Josh Bell potentially in the lineup. I love the Nats. At least late season, I have loved the Nats against right-handed arms. And September Washington Nationals baseball has probably been the most enjoyable month of Washington Nationals baseball we've had all year long. Bullpen's pitching fairly well with a Jose A. Ferrer, with a PJ Pullen, with a Lau hasn't been pitching horrible. That's kind of it. I'm missing someone. Clayton Beater's been pitching pretty well. I mean, we've got guys right now. Mitchell Parker's pitching well at the bullpen. Nats won the last game against the Braves 4-3. They did drop the first 2 in Atlanta, but that didn't matter because they won back-to-back games prior to that Braves series in New York against the Mets. And again, Nationals return home here against a very bad White Sox team. And I get it. Oh, the Nats don't really score many nights. They will have nights where they don't score, but look what the Sox are throwing out there. I mean, this is, straight September mode for Chicago. It is for the Nats too, but the Nats and Miguel Cairo still kind of manages every single game like it's the World Series. I'm being honest with you. And I'm looking at the White Sox lineup. Is Colson Montgomery and Curtis Mead going to hurt us and Miguel Vargas? Montgomery might. He swings out of his ass every single, swing he takes. It's just not a lineup I'm overly concerned with. Derek Hill's in this lineup. Are we serious? Yeah, no. I got to go with the Nationals here. I'm not sold on Yoendris Gomez, and I know how good Cade Cavalli can be. Cavalli's last start of his second campaign in the major leagues. Nats' last home series. You got guys who are swinging hot bats. Dalen Lyle, James Wood, Dylan Cruz. Hell, RH3, Robert Hassel's swinging fairly well too, but Jacob Young's getting a lot of those starts. I don't care. Nats are playing well right now. To close out the season, we need a win here on Friday night. This is a meaningless baseball game, sure, but I'm telling you, our manager in DC manages games like it's the World Series, okay? Miguel Cairo still pinch hits for matchups in the 8th inning, even if it's an 8-run ball game. Okay, it's not going to be an 8-run ball game unless the Nationals are winning today, but you get what I mean. Cairo manages to win. He knows he's getting booted after this season anyway, too, so he's going to go out with the bang. Nationals are going to win today against the White Sox, minus 130. Next up, we move on to our second best bet of the video. Yes, it's a player prop. We're back with Trevor Rogers over 5.5 strikeouts. I got close to going with the Baltimore Orioles money line tonight. The Yankees are playing hot baseball. I'm not going to pick against that team. I am going to side, though, with Trevor Rogers, who literally just pitched against the Yankees in a 4-2 victory for the Orioles. Rogers pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 hit and 0 runs, and 7 strikeouts on 106 pitches. I know what you might be thinking. Oh, it's late season. It's September. The Orioles are out. Oh, are they not going to pitch their guys deep into games? Oh, they do. Trust me. I saw it yesterday. Drew Rasmussen gets 8 outs yesterday for the Tampa Bay Rays, and shout out to Jesse Schultz, who came in and pitched fairly well, and then Kevin Kelly had to ruin everything. But anyways, the Orioles pitched Cade Povich 6 innings yesterday. They don't care. They don't care their season's over. Guys, the Orioles are walking into the Bronx with the main objective being we need to screw the Yankees out of winning the American League East. That's the only thing they're trying to accomplish right now, right? Blue Jays won yesterday, so them and the Yankees are now tied at top of the American League East. The Jays do have the tiebreaker, but New York essentially needs to just outplay Toronto from here on out. They do need some luck involved, and obviously we have a lot of tight races right now, which I will continue to get into in a second. But this is a game with playoff implications, and can we not talk? We should talk about how well Trevor Rogers has been pitching in 2025. He's been phenomenal. I don't think it's being talked about enough because he pitches for the Orioles, and his season got going in essentially June. But Trevor Rogers, over 17 starts, give or take, this season, 1.35 ERA, 100 strikeouts, 0.87 whip, 9-2 record. I know records don't mean anything in baseball. The best pitcher in the league has a 10-10 record, and he's going to win the Cy Young. But Rogers has been really good. Now, I'm not going to rely on the Orioles to win. I watched them get shut down essentially through 8 innings yesterday, 7 1/3 innings yesterday until Kevin Kelly ruined everything. Damn you, Kevin Kelly. But I'm looking at Trevor Rogers. This is automatic, guys. Trevor Rogers all year long has given up 2 or more runs 3 times in 17 starts. What does that mean? He's going to go deep into this one. He's going to go 6. He's going to go 7. He's going to go fairly deep into the start. And you look at his last 10-ish starts, he's gone under 5.5 strikeouts only once, and that was against the Giants in an 11-1 victory in San Francisco, where he did go 7 innings and only got 5 strikeouts. But I'm telling you, that is an outlier. Trevor Rogers always finds ways to get strikeouts, and this should be no different, in my opinion. I don't know if he's gonna dominate the Yankees. I know the Yankees have been swinging well, but you get the best guy from Baltimore's rotation. The Orioles are going to try to win this game. They're going to. I'm not telling you who's going to win. I think the Orioles have a very good chance. I know when these two teams faced off in Baltimore, right? The Yankees won 3 of 4. What was the one game they lost? The game where Trevor Rogers pitched. Now, we don't care about the wins and losses at all. We just are concerned about strikeouts. There's a lot of strikeout potential guys on this team for New York, though, especially that favor Rogers, lefty, Trent Grisham, Cody Bellinger, Jazz Chisholm. Volpe can strike out against anybody. Ryan McMahon. There's a bunch of guys that if we get the matchup I like, I think we're fine here with Rogers. Again, last outing against the Yankees, he had 7 Ks in 6 innings. We're going to take that. In the first inning alone, he struck out both Aaron Judge and Cody Bellinger. I forgot about Bellinger. Potential lefty-lefty matchup too. We're fine here. We are fine. I'm putting a lot of trust into the Orioles' best pitcher, and Trevor Rogers, a guy who, again, did not make his he made his major league debut a long time ago, did not make his debut in 2025 until very late May, and then did not get another start until the end of June. But we're going to side with Rogers here. I think he shuts down the Yankees. This is a Yankees team that obviously is playing for a lot today. The Orioles are playing for nothing other than screwing over the Yankees. Yesterday, they screwed us. The Rays had that game in the bag. We are done with Tampa Bay for the rest of 2025. Sayonara. We'll see you next year. Hopefully the Trop's ready by then. But hopefully the Orioles can do us some good today. And that, of course, is with the form, or in the form, of Trevor Rogers. Give me Rogers over 5.5 strikeouts. He's done this in 9 out of his last 10 starts. We just need to take this over to the Bronx. Same exact line that he went over just a couple days ago, or a few days ago, against the Yankees in Baltimore. He should do this time in New York. Trevor Rogers over 5.5 Ks at -120. On to our third best bet of the video. It is our first money line. Well, it's second if you count the Nationals. Cleveland Guardians -145. I know this is not the best odds. I think this is playable up to -150. They're not losing to the Rangers today. No chance. The way the Rangers are playing, combined with how the Guardians are playing, I'll take Cleveland. Yesterday, we did hit on Tigers' money line. I don't want to pat myself on the back too hard there, but I did say they were going to finally break their losing streak yesterday. I don't know, something about that game, bullpen game, Parker Messick in a big spot. Guardians are throwing a parade because they know they're going to the playoffs regardless. Can't say I didn't tell you so. Okay? I'll take my credit there, guys. All right, anyways. I'm going to take the Guards today, though. I'm going to take Cleveland today. They're not losing here. The Rangers are coming into town. Texas is horrible. They're really horrible right now. Jack Leiter's going. Leiter hasn't been very good recently, especially his last 2 starts. When you jump into what Jack Leiter has done against the Houston Astros and against the Miami Marlins. 6 innings against Houston, 5 hits and 6 runs. Against Miami, 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs. He's going to give up runs. He's going to. And Cleveland, again, they should small ball the hell out of Texas today. You know, that's just how the Guardians play. On top of that, Slade's going today for the Guards. Slade Sassoni's been really good. In the month of September, 3.12 ERA, and that includes the start against the Boston Red Sox, in which he went 5 innings, gave up 11 hits and 7 runs, and his ERA is still 3 in the month. We will take that. Slade, the 2 starts, obviously, that weighed down that ERA against the Royals and against the Minnesota Twins. In 2 out of his last 3, he's been excellent. Hell, I'll say he's been excellent in all 3 of his last 3. He had a really good start against the White Sox. But 3 starts ago against the Royals, Slade goes 8 innings of shutout baseball and only allows 1 hit. Next start against the White Sox, 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. And then his last start at Target Field in Minnesota, last Saturday, 7 innings, 2 hits, and 0 runs. And that's how the Guardians have been playing. Low-scoring games. We went over it yesterday. And hey, that Tigers-Guardians final yesterday, another low-scoring affair that the Tigers were just able to find a way to win. Okay? But that's how they play. Low-scoring games, their pitching carries them, and they just need timely hitting out of somebody. Is that usually Jose Ramirez? Is that usually Steven Kwan? For the most part, yes, but this lineup is getting better, and Cleveland knows they're going to the postseason. I think, they've not clinched yet, but I think their magic number is 1. I believe today, are they playing for a playoff spot today? I think they are, because I don't think Houston can catch them after today if they win. I could be mistaken here, and I need to check that real quick. But I believe, Houston might have the tie. No, they have the tiebreaker over Houston. So if they win today, they'll have 87 wins. Astros, yeah, they clinched today with the victory. They clinched today with the win. Tigers can clinch today with the win too, because regardless, they'd have tiebreaker over Houston. Yeah. So, the Astros are screwed right now because they don't have the tiebreaker over anybody. Yeah, it's a big game for the Guards, man. It's a huge game. You win and you are in the playoffs. For as bad of a season as this was early, you have found a way to rebound, and regardless, you still have to play meaningful baseball on Saturday and Sunday, right? You still have to do that because the AL Central's on the line, and you want that series against the Tigers in Cleveland rather than having to go to Comerica and play them in Detroit, right? You much rather have Tarek Skubal on the road, same place last year where Lane Thomas hit the grand slam off of him, rather than having to go to Comerica and face Tarek Skubal. But at the very least, you can punch your ticket to the dance today. You can punch your ticket, and worst case, you're there, you have a shot. Now, you have a much better shot by getting Detroit at your place. But this is a big day for the Guardians. You can get into the postseason today with a victory, and I believe they do exactly that. Give me the Cleveland Guardians to win and clinch a postseason berth. I'm pretty sure they have to clinch today because they'd have 87 wins. Astros, oh, wait. No, the Astros can still, wait. I apologize. The Astros can still get in because if Guardians win today, they're 87 and 73. Oh, wait, no, I think Astros can't. Wait. Then Houston wins out. They could go 88 and 74. Never mind. Houston can still, okay. They need to win in Houston and lose. Regardless, it's a big day for them. My theory kind of folded a little bit. Why do I feel like they can still get in? No, because if they only win one, Houston wins out. Okay. I apologize. It's still a big day. Houston loses today, Cleveland wins, they're in. So you get my logic. Regardless of that fact, too, I mean, it's Jack Leiter and Slate Sony pitching. Guardians are playing well. Rangers have just lost a bunch. Texas keeps on losing. They've won one game out of their last 13, give or take, about 13 games, I believe. When they won their big winning streak, they went to Texas, went to New York, won back-to-back games against the Mets, lost with the Pete Alonso walk-off, and they've won one game since. That was 2 games ago against the Twins. I'm going with the Guardians, who are playing meaningful baseball and trying everything to win this baseball game. Give me the Guards. Our fourth best bet of the video is with our daily NRFI. We're trying again, okay? We're trying again with the NRFI. Let's go to American Family Field, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, as we have the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Pitching matchup tonight, Zach Lytle, Quinn Priester. Okay. 2 pitchers that have ERAs in the 3s. It looks good on paper. Will it actually turn out? The answer is yes, I believe it will. These are 2, right now, low-scoring teams. Do I fully expect Milwaukee to get it going as we get into the postseason? 100%. Even though I have my doubts about them playing the Cubs. I think they will beat the Cubs in a 5-game set. They'll definitely beat San Diego because San Diego sucks. But I'm taking the NRFI here. And I think it makes a lot of sense. Cincinnati yesterday has 10 hits. They scored twice. They scored 2 runs in the entire game. They both come in the 5th inning. Obviously, Mlb Marte saves the day with the robbery in the 9th inning. Cincinnati is still very involved in the playoff picture. They're only 1 game behind the Mets, and they own the tiebreaker as well. So they are fully into it right now. We'll see what happens with the Mets today. I'm completely staying away from Mets-Marlins. I think the Mets win, but I don't know. It could be Alcantara's last start as a Marlin. Maybe Miami gets it. There's a reason they pushed Alcantara back to this series because they wanted him to pitch the final series at home. So I don't know. What I do know is no runs are going to be scored in the 1st inning. No way. Now, the best bats for Cincinnati obviously are at the top of their lineup. Right now, it's TJ Friedl, it's Mlb Marte, and it's Gavin Lux. Right? Ellie's batting in the 6 or 5 spot. Okay. I think Quinn's going to be out right against these guys. Priester's been going 7, 6, 5 innings and only allowing 1 or 2 runs. He should be okay in this spot. And on the flip side, Zach Lytell's been pitching okay. He's just been serviceable. We just need 3 outs out the guy. And this is going to be the harder part. But Brewers, have they already clinched the 1 seed? I think they have. If they haven't, they're really close at this point. They haven't yet. I think if Philly wins out and they lose out, the Phils could take it. But the Brewers are in a really good spot. They know where they're going to be. They're not playing the most meaningful baseball. Yeah, are they even concerned about eliminating the Reds? No. All right, they have bigger fish to fry in their own division. Like, if the Reds get in the playoffs, they can't possibly see the Brewers until the NLCS. With the fixed brackets, obviously, in the National League, or just in both leagues, right? You don't play the lowest seed automatically, which I believe you should. I think there should be reseeding, like in the NFL, but that's neither here or there. I feel like if the Reds or Mets, who are the worst team in the postseason, upset the Dodgers, then the number 1 team in the Milwaukee Brewers should be rewarded for being the best team in baseball, and they get the worst team in the bracket. Not, oh, it's a fixed bracket, so we want to guarantee that you play a non-division winner, but you can already guarantee that by saying you're going to play the lowest team. I don't get it. I don't like the fixed bracket. It doesn't make sense to me, you know? Like, yeah, you're guaranteeing you play a 4 or 5 seed, but most times the 3 and 6 is usually an easier matchup because the 3 seed's the worst division winner and the 6 seed's the last team to get in the playoffs. I don't know. I don't get that personally. It's okay. Honestly, it'd make more sense if the 1 seed plays 3 or 6 because statistically those are the lower teams in the standings. Whatever though. I'm going with the NRFI today. I think we're fine in this spot. I'm looking at the Brewers right now, just a team that's not swinging the bats all that well. They went to San Diego and scored like 4 runs in the entire series. I think Lytle should be able to do his job. Does it get a little scary? Sure. But, I mean, we're in Milwaukee. Ball flies not that well there. It's just, two straightaway right field. It's easy to hit the ball out. I'm okay with this spot. I guess we should talk a little bit about the postseason outlook right now. The Reds are still very involved. I will take this time to talk about the Mets, so if you don't want to hear about the Mets, skip like 2.5 minutes. I just need to get off my chest. I am grateful for those guys for winning yesterday, but, we're pulling for the Marlins. Guys, the Miami Marlins can do the funniest thing ever right now, okay? The Marlins, like they have many moons ago, can completely erase the Mets' playoffs hopes here in 2025. They can, all right? Hopefully the Nationals and Marlins do it for baseball. Obviously, the Nationals did it last week, and hopefully the Marlins can do it this weekend and completely derail the New York Mets in 2025. Do I truthfully believe this, that they're going to stop the Mets? Maybe. I don't know, because this would also involve the Cincinnati Reds winning baseball games. I mean, legitimately, the Mets could get in the playoffs, with an 82-80 record. They could, because who knows if Cincinnati's going to win, and the Diamondbacks are done. But anyways, the Marlins do have the chance to do the funniest thing ever. Because there's a possibility, man. The Marlins, and trust me, again, this is just coming from the Nationals' perspective. I mean, there's been multiple times we've gotten to Miami this season, especially early in the year, where it's just like, who are half these guys in the lineup, and why are we getting beat by them? Same thing could easily happen to the New York Mets this weekend. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's all fun and games until Troy Johnston hits a 3-run jack in this game against the Mets. These random guys they keep pulling up from Jacksonville AAA, and they, somehow, some way find a way to score 9 runs on you. Additionally, I feel like the Mets are part of this plan, though, right? Like, the Nats and Marlins are working together here, because Sandy Alcantara was not supposed to start today. He was originally supposed to start back in the Philadelphia series. Instead, the Marlins, for some reason, pushed him back to this series. Now, say what you want about that. Again, is that potentially Alcantara's last start as a Marlin? They wanted to pitch it in Miami, or is it just they hate the Mets? I hope it's hate the Mets, because I'm hate watching this weekend, okay? I'm very actively hate watching the New York Metropolitans, because it'd just be funny if the multi-billion-dollar team can't find a way in the postseason. And if not, then the power of friendship Reds can get in. But the Marlins legitimately do have they have an opportunity to do something very funny this weekend. The Mets, I'll give them credit, played really well in Chicago. I did think they were going to win yesterday. They jumped on Shota very early. They held on at the end. Edwin Diaz notched the save. He's no Jose Ferrer, but Edwin Diaz got the save yesterday for the Mets. We'll see. I'm still obviously very invested with the National Series this weekend against the Chicago White Sox. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I get to watch Jake Irvin one more time on Saturday. Let's go. But we're cheering for the Marlins this weekend. Let's go fish. Whoop whoop. Yep. Anything to keep the Mets out of the postseason. If not, I guess the Dodgers will take care of them. But, I hate the Dodgers too. So I could not care less what happens with the Dodgers-Mets winner. And then it gets even better. The winner plays the Phillies. Oh, wow. Just so many teams I enjoy watching. Oh, it's so great. So great. Next up, final best bet of the video. Give me the Diamondbacks. This team has royally screwed us so many times this season. So let's let them screw us again. Let's not do that. Let's not. But I'm taking the Diamondbacks today. Arizona yesterday basically just sold they rode away their playoff hopes the second they couldn't score with the bases loaded and 1 out in the bottom of the 10th inning yesterday, or 2 days ago, against the Los Angeles Dodgers. That was the exact moment the Diamondbacks said, okay, we're done this season. See you later. And I know they sold at the deadline, and I get it. They weren't supposed to be in this spot. They traded Naylor. They traded Suarez. Gurriel's out for the year. They're just a joke, though, let's be honest. That's what the Snakes have been this season. I am taking them to win here, though. Okay. D-backs get their best guy right now on the mound. I don't care statistically. Gallen hasn't been number 1 for them this season. If the Diamondbacks were somehow to make the playoffs and they had a fully healthy rotation, they are throwing Zach Gallen in game number 1. Zach Gallen in the month of September has a 3 ERA. In the month of August, he had a 2.5 ERA. So again, Gallen statistically is their best guy. You can look at his season overall ERA and say, it's 4.7. I don't care. He's their best guy. He's taken on a Padres lineup that sucks. They suck. Okay? I hate San Diego. I despise this team, and sure, that does stem from the Jerks and Profar walk-off last year and all that crap they pulled against Mackenzie Gore and Keibert Ruiz. I do not like these guys, but that's neither here or there. The lineup's not good. Okay, I don't care what anybody's going to tell me. Oh, they scored 7 runs a couple days ago. They walked off the Brewers on Monday, and we did pick the Padres that day. I don't care. I do not care. It's an inept offense. Luis Ariz has been hitting better, but he still swings at pitches over his head and barely puts it into play. Machado the other day went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. Jackson Merrill hit his Mickey Mouse home run into left field. Good on him. It's just not a lineup you can rely on against Zach Gallen, who will be making his final start of the season. The D-backs are not getting into the postseason, but a guy who got pushed back to the start. Originally, Gallen was supposed to be the pitcher yesterday in Arizona against the Dodgers. For some reason, they moved him to today. Okay. Arizona's lineup, I mean, I can go on about, the speed of Corbin Carroll and, look at all these guys. They can all run. Perdomo is somehow probably going to get MVP votes this season. Probably should, I guess. I don't know. I saw the MLB's rankings for MVP. Perdomo was 4th. Sure, I guess. I don't know. I just expect some stupid Diamondback stuff tonight. Because that's just what it is. I mean, Arizona, like most games that they win, you don't think that they're going to win. It's just I don't know how to put this. It's just random Arizona crap that happens. Like the game that they lost the other day, I mean, they're down, 4-1 in the 8th inning, and they find a way to tie it? I mean, again, that was just Diamondbacks' devil magic that they just couldn't pull off at the end because the Dodgers' magic weared off on them. It is what it is. I'm not betting on Yu Darvish, though. Yu Darvish gives up 3 or 4 runs in every single start he has. He has a 5.51 ERA. And yes, he has a 5 ERA in every single month he's pitched this season. Nothing's going to be different here. The 2 times he faced off against Arizona this season, he went 4 innings in both and gave up 3 runs in both. I'll take that start. And I know the Diamondbacks bullpen sucks, but there's going to be no pitch count. There's going to be no limit on Zach Gallen. They're going to let Gallen go for as long as he needs. And again, Gallen over the last 2 months in both August and September has been a very good, and I mean very good pitcher for the Diamondbacks. Nothing should change tonight. Padres lineup is not good. Oh, by the way, San Diego essentially it would be hard for them to pass Chicago. They have nowhere to go. They're stuck as 5. They know where they're going on Monday morning. They are flying to Chicago and getting ready for that potential 3-game set at Wrigley Field in the wild card round. The Padres have nowhere to go. The D-backs, even though it does feel like they are out, and they kind of are because they lost yesterday and the Reds and Mets won, technically, they could still get in, but if you lose today, you are officially done. So give me the Arizona Diamondbacks to go into San Diego and win. The value is just too good to pass up on. Plus 120 for a team that's going to hit, who has their best pitcher on the mound, taking on the Padres team that can't hit and has their worst pitcher on the mound. One team has something to play for, and one team doesn't. I understand there's a chance by first pitch the D-backs could be eliminated. Doesn't matter to me. That actually doesn't matter, I don't care about that. Actually, they wouldn't know. Ooh, would they know? 6:40? They might not know in time. Mets game probably not done yet. Maybe. Yeah, the Mets game probably isn't over by first pitch. They won't know until midway through the game. And the Reds game's at 5, so they wouldn't know that. Okay, so if the Marlins win, the Diamondbacks still think they're in. So we're fine. Give me Arizona Diamondbacks money line on the road. Plus 120 is too good a value. Give me the answer backs. Folks, thank y'all for watching our MLB Best Bets here on September 26th. If you haven't yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. We'll be back tomorrow for more daily MLB Best Bets, and later today for our college football Best Bets as well for week number 5. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.